it's Bourbon Night. Hello, Squeaky Chair.
Squeaky Chair. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, Squeaky Chair to you too, everybody. Right here on top of the episode, top of the hour, Sarah.
Yes.
I want to tell people that there is a tornado watch
in our area.
Yeah, till like midnight, and it's
been thundering and storming on and off.
on.
You might hear it back there. Hopefully the power stays on. It's been okay, but we thought we'd let you know if the stream goes out. Like, we'll find some way to like let you know that we'll send smoke signal to let you know we're okay.
Right.
But if we lose internet or power or something, we won't be trying to hop back on. So.
Yeah.
Anyways, but we're fine. Everything's fine.
The only way we could is if we like lit a fire and did it on the phone. But
yeah.
It's like we don't have a fireplace, so
we
it'd be kind of hard to light a fire.
I think in the scenario where that happened, the least of my concerns is getting back on the stream.
Right.
I mean, if we could get to a safe place and then get back on the stream or a new stream, where maybe we're not drinking, we're just like letting someone know that we're okay.
We're coming to you live from the tornado shelter.
Right. I think that's probably no offense to you all, but you are not my first concern. My concern is getting the dog in a safe place.
The dog. Yes.
The dog.
Yeah.
And also you can come too.
I know, Michelle. I've been kind of, I don't know, the past couple hours I got cold. I don't know. So we'll see.
I made dinner and I was in the kitchen, so now I'm a little toasty.
Whiskey in me, get my bourbon coat on, and maybe that'll come off. So we got kind of a varied menu here tonight. It's some more upper end stuff, but also the Larceny, which we didn't get to last week.
Is that where we're starting? We did promise it to you. I think that's where we should start.
Let's do it. We're going to start with the Larceny. This is the batch B523. Yep. What it'll be. There's never really any information on this.
You can have more if you want.
It's the second edition of this year. Batch B523. It's 124.4 proof.
So we're starting off hot.
Just like all of them, they're aged 6 to 8 years. They're not age stated, but they're anywhere between 6 and 8 typically. And it's still a SRP of $59.99.
With the attitude today, what is going on over there? He's feeling a little spicy, folks.
Yeah.
Very sweet caramel corn. Yeah. Caramel corn forward. I don't really know another way to describe it. Corn pop. I mean, I say this about some Heaven Hill stuff, and sometimes with the weeder, when the corn's coming through more, it's like corn pops.
Well, you said that on the Mellow Corn on Friday's episode.
But that is like in your face. Like that is liquid corn pops. This is more like Cracker Jacks to me.
Yeah.
Caramel corn.
Charles picked up a Larceny B523 today. Are you drinking it with us?
Good on you. You might be saving it.
That's fine.
You do you, Charles.
Yeah.
You do you.
All right.
Oh, that's sweet up front.
It's very sweet.
Yeah, caramel corn. Through and through. With some barrel towards the finish. It's a sweet treat.
It's a sweet treat. So, we have a...
I'm just going to continue my notes from last episode.
Yeah, to it. We have a after the episode show that we do over on Patreon called Another Round with Chad and Sarah, and Friday's episode was the Can We Blind Guess? Thumbnail said 6 unique mash bills, although it was 5, but there was 6 bottles there, so I didn't want to confuse people, so I just said 6.
Yeah.
But then people are like, "There's only 5." Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Good job, Chad.
Because the Evan Williams and the Elijah Craig are both just rye bourbon mash bills. But anyway, so for another round, we did this guy, we did the Elijah Craig barrel proof, and we did the Bernheim wheat whiskey barrel proof as a blind. And
wouldn't you know? We nailed it.
We nailed it. Trust us, patrons know.
But who got there first?
It's not a race, Sarah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Coming from the guy who was like literally kept score in episodes before, it's not a competition.
I don't remember doing that at all.
You've never done that before.
Doesn't sound
interesting.
Doesn't sound like me.
So it was you who got there first.
I don't even remember. I don't
Oh,
recall.
wow. He doesn't recall.
I don't recall.
How convenient.
Yeah. But anyway, we both eventually got there independently, and I'll say this, and we've talked about it a million times, the Fly Fight effect. This is my first bourbon of the day. I don't know if you've been sneaking any.
I have not.
Okay.
I had a yard beer
earlier.
Because I worked very hard in the yard this weekend.
But anyway, what I'm getting at is this tastes better than when we were having it up against Larceny Creek Barrel Proof, Bernheim Barrel Proof.
Agreed.
Yeah. Because there's nothing to really compare it to, like, immediately. You always have your memory, right? But
I think
in that episode, I was like, I don't know if this is the best Larceny Barrel Proof.
I don't know if it's the best one, but it's definitely up there. It is on the sweeter side, which again is expected. I think if you like something sweeter up front with a little bit of oak towards the back end, it's got a nice mouthfeel. If you shop in this proof range, in this price range, if you can find it, it's a solid one to pick up.
You know, I was a little shelf blind the other day. Went into a store. There's an episode that we're cooking up. Hopefully, it'll be this Friday's episode. But it that's to scale.
Little Chad's not pleased that this bottle is taller than him.
Yeah.
He's got something to say.
But anyway, I was taking some pictures of some shelves, and when I got home, I was looking. I'm like, okay. There's a Larceny Barrel Proof on the shelf. Didn't see it in real life.
You didn't?
Yeah, because around here anyway, usually you don't see them.
You just saw it through the camera?
Oh, I saw it when I got home.
When you got home,
when I was like looking at the pictures and zooming in, I was like, what?
How did I miss that?
The hell?
Because you went in with different goals.
I did. Different goggles, I guess.
Different goggles.
Different lenses.
Bourbon goggles.
In my head. First super chat of the evening.
James
Honors
Wolverton.
go to James Wolverton, saying, so what's Sarah's pick for a yard beer?
Ooh.
That's a good question,
What
James.
a fun question, James.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thanks for asking. Well, I really like, because they're so drinkable, I like a nice girly beer. And not that they're girly, but like a sweet, light, fruity, whatever. I will go for a summer shandy in the summer out in the yard, because it goes down like that. I like a Modelo. The Stiegel Radler
There you go.
cans, very crushable. The grapefruit Radler, I don't know. That's a beer, I guess. Yeah.
Now, you're not lumping Modelo into the girly beer.
No. Sorry. I was talking mostly about the Leinenkugels. It's a lemonade beer, and I don't mean to, like, I don't know. I'm not, like, insulting the beer. I like it a lot. You like it a lot, too.
I had one today.
It's like having someone bring you a glass of lemonade out in the yard, but instead of lemonade, it's a lemonade beer.
It's got beer
and
in
it's very tasty, and I enjoy it. It's very refreshing. But if I can't have one of those, then I will have a Modelo.
For sure.
Or like a Pacifico, something like that.
You're liking the Mexican beer.
I'm feeling it. Yeah. I like it a lot.
Well, what do you think about this Larceny? What would be our verdict on it? I can't really remember. No, actually, I do. I think we said that the A 1, 2, 3 was off to a really great start.
I think that this continues on that path. From memory, I would say I feel like I probably like the A better.
Agreed.
But this is also good.
Yeah. Faux show.
For sure.
Chad B with a super chat saying, I would be breaking open my Russell's single Rickhouse, but LSU didn't win the World Series today. Hopefully tomorrow night will in Game 3.
Yay, and then you can drink it then.
And you can open it up. And
we won't tell if you open it tonight.
And you can send us some.
We don't need any more.
We didn't get that one, though. But thank you for the super chat,
Chad.
Chad.
We didn't.
Chad's got to stick together.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, what's next? Should I just finish this?
Nice choice of beer there, Scott. No one's blaming you.
Nice.
Yes, cerveza.
Perfect for a yard beer.
Excellent.
I agree. Yeah, we've got a lot of ivy taking over a portion of our yard.
Poison ivy.
Not poison ivy, just ivy.
That's just the game I play in my head, and I'm Batman.
Okay.
That's how I get rid of it.
And it's really embedded in. I've got some sore shoulders from pulling.
Yeah, yesterday and today. Tony Joey Bag of Donuts. Yard beers are the best. I'm having a basement beer with my Larceny Barrel Proof. Gonna drink your Four Roses next.
Sweet.
Germaine to the episode.
Wow, he really knows you. Wow.
It is germane to the episode. Thank you.
Somebody's been reading your blog, Jen.
Yeah. Thank you, Tony.
He doesn't have a blog. It's a joke. Somebody out there knows what that's from.
Tony Bag of D's. If I'm doing a Matt Porter, that's what Matt Porter always says.
Well,
Tony freaking Bag of D's.
That's
Matt
Matt Porter's choice.
Speaking of
he
Porter,
can make it if he wants to.
Speaking of Porter, I gotta look this up.
Okay.
He was super close to hitting 50K.
He's like this close.
ADHD.
I bet he hit it already.
Whiskey.
He hit it.
He hit
oh,
it.
so good for him. Congrats. If you see
to
him
Matt Porter,
digitally,
give him a big kiss.
digitally, or tell him good job, whatever.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I'm so gosh darn proud
Deserves
of
it
him.
and then some.
Yeah.
And then some.
What a good guy.
Yeah. That's pretty good by itself.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. All right. Now, we got sort of this year's four-gate lineup here that we want to go through, kind of let you know the ones that we think are, in our opinion anyway, the ones to kind of keep an eye open for.
Now, Chad.
Yeah?
I have no memory of when these arrived in our possession. Did I miss something?
No.
Oh.
I don't think so.
Have we had them for a while?
We have.
Okay, maybe
Yes.
that's it.
Yeah, it was, what do we have going on? Well, starting the 64 and a 100, then the travel, Scotland, you being out
Gone
of
for like
state
3 weekends
for
in a
3
row.
weekends in a row.
Yeah.
So these would have been done much earlier,
Yeah.
but it was sort of a...
Sorry, I'm popular. I can't help it.
What's your favorite backyard bourbon? That's a good question.
Ooh, I'm more of a backyard cocktails
Huh, okay.
girl. You love a backyard cocktail.
I do.
You do like it.
I do.
Cocktail.
Yeah. Tight Spot, which we
Yeah.
have a video on how to make that.
There's also a blog on whiskeyambitions.com for like 2 of my favorite backyard cocktails.
That's
One, what I was drinking last Sunday. Honestly, I thought about if I'd had a little bit more time, I would have made myself another cocktail. They seem to like Cocktail Sarah. So.
Yeah, everybody loves cocktails.
Everybody loves Cocktail Sarah.
Things do taste different outside in the open air. It can be seasonal as well, affects what you're drinking. I don't know if I have a favorite backyard bourbon.
I don't know if I have a favorite backyard bourbon either.
If we're going value, I think right now it might be Early Times Bottle and Bond.
You know what? You read my mind.
Wow.
Weird. That was weird. I was holding one in my mind and it was that one. Just for
We've
value.
been on that wavelength.
The thing is like if a bug flies in
Yeah.
it, it doesn't ruin your day. And it's light enough to where you can drink it. You can drink it without being like overheated.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
again, bug flies in it, you're not going to cry.
That's right.
Oh, I don't know what they want. What do you want?
So we've got a book here that we can read
whole
to you.
book?
Yeah, Whiskey Gypsy. It's not really a book. It's what the sample came in.
Clever.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and
sample.
do that, and then we'll be all four-gate for the rest of the night.
Great, let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. We're doing that.
I really don't know much about this at all.
Well, Eric Church, apparently he is some type of musician. The kids seem to like him. We got him later on in the program. Welcome, Eric Church.
Yeah, Chad wishes.
Wow, that's wild, weird stuff. So Eric Church, so this is technically a
Celebrity
whiskey, but let's not hold that against it.
It's like we've been seeing a lot more celebrity whiskeys lately, Chad. I feel like it might be time for round 2 of what's the best celebrity whiskey.
I agree.
Round 1 was very fun, except for that I got yelled at online. I'm not allowed to say it.
Shoot.
Do you want me to say
The
it?
3 chord. Yeah, say
I'll
it.
say it. Please don't take this out of context. All I said was Pat Benatar's husband. He is. That's true, but
He's so much more than Pat Benatar's husband.
they did not like it.
Neil Girardo is
And
an
you know what?
accomplished guitarist, recording artist.
To be fair, I wouldn't like it very much if I was just known as Chad Perkins' wife.
It's true.
I would be like, excuse me, this is also half my channel.
Now I'm going to introduce you now.
Do no.
And you all know Chad's wife. My life.
More of like Sarah's husband. Doesn't feel good, does it? It stinks a little bit, huh? Ouch.
Ouch.
It stinks.
All right. It's happened. It's
Okay.
happened.
Well, when I get cold, I'll take it.
There you go.
Great.
All right. Now I'm only logoed once over. Ugh. So here's the approach that they took to this. First of all, this is $200.
What? Okay.
Celebrity? What part of celebrity didn't you hear, Sarah?
A full-size bottle.
Yes, a full-size
Okay.
bottle. It's actually a really pretty bottle. It's like bespoke.
This is just the media sample.
Yeah.
Okay.
So instead of making a bourbon that is majority corn and then has some rye in it and then has some malted barley, they went and picked the whiskeys that way. So 70% of this is an Indiana bourbon that's a 99% bourbon.
Okay.
So that's like their majority corn, right? A 7 and 8 year Indiana bourbon. Then for the rye, they went up to Canada. For a 21% Alberta, Canada. 21% Canadian rye that's 91% rye that's aged for 20 years.
This is like a lot of math, though.
It's a lot of math. Keep up.
I feel like I can smell the Canadian in it.
So think of the mash bill like this: 70, 21, 9.
Okay.
Or, yeah, I said 21.
That's math.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So 21% of the rye is a 91% Canadian 20-year-old rye. And then lastly, for the malted barley...
My eyes have glazed over.
Drool. Lastly, for the malted barley, the last 9% is a 100% malted barley from Indiana that's aged 4 years. So if they were to age state this, unfortunately, they would have to call it 4 years old.
But it has up to 20.
It has up to 20 of the rye.
That's from
and the
Canada.
Bourbon, yeah.
Okay.
And then the bourbon is 7 and 8 year. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Why is it called Whippy? Whippy? Whiskey Gypsy? They say we called it Whiskey Gypsy to celebrate those who think differently, reinvent the rules, and seek greater adventure and purpose in life. Those who live a gypsy spirit, like the remarkable team who have given birth to this remarkable liquid.
How did this come into our possession?
It came to us in the mail.
It just came in the mail.
This is batch 1. It's called The Journey. It's called The Journey because it literally and figuratively was a journey.
I love Journey. I'm just kidding. And I love when amateurs sing the lyrics.
Fleetwood
but
Mac.
I hate baseball cards.
Fleetwood Mac. Gypsy.
That's not spelled the same.
I
It's
know.
not the same.
I know.
Not at all.
But yeah, $199.99. Available in limited quantities on reservebar.com and in retail stores throughout Tennessee later this month, while supplies last.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be up front with you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love, usually, when a lot of, like, Canadian is blended in. It's not really my profile.
Not her bag.
So take that, everything that comes after this point, with a grain of salt, because I'm just telling you my feelings, my background. This is who I am. This is my profile.
Hey, Clifton's in here. Hey, Clifton.
Cliffy!
What's up, Bourbon Bites? Good to see you, man. Yeah, we'll see, you know.
It smells very butterscotchy.
It's also Ari Sussman, and you're better at names.
Raj Alva, I think.
Okay.
Why you put that on me? He said, I don't want to butcher this. You do it.
You butcher it.
You get embarrassed.
It's a very long press release that doesn't mention the proof.
Okay.
This doesn't mention the proof either.
So?
This doesn't.
We don't know what it
proof.
is.
It's 115.
It's
I had to
115.
Google it. But
Show
here
them
is
the
a picture.
picture.
Can everyone see?
Show them your book.
Yeah. This is the bottle.
Pretty.
And this is the book that it came in.
Okay.
And it's like spy style, right? So
Yeah.
very cool.
It must have cost a lot. I feel like that costs a lot.
Pretty penny. All right.
Yeah, it smells like butterscotch, like syrup. If there's a butterscotch syrup.
Vanilla y cookies.
Or like liquid butterscotch. Like somehow like a liquid butterscotch like butterscotch flavoring. I don't know.
Yeah, but also those cookies, not a chocolate chip or anything like that.
Describe it to me.
Sugar cookie. Sort of like a sugar cookie.
Do you know those like weird? They're not weird. I like them. They're the wafer cookies, and they make a pink one, a chocolate one. I guess the pink is strawberry. I'm not sure. And like a tan one that is either caramel or vanilla. I'm not sure, but it smells like the tan one. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They're like crispy little wafer sandwich cookies, and they're those. It's like Neapolitan cookies. I don't know what it's called.
There you go.
This smells like the tan one of those, specifically.
Yes, it does.
Chad doesn't know.
I do. To your help.
Actually, that's better than I was expecting from the nose.
Right, the nose.
I felt like giving my disclaimer.
Mediocre, but
because the nose gave me a lot more Canadian, I think.
Palate.
And that like butterscotch flavoring. I was like, I don't know about this.
That's pretty good. A good hug. Canadian Indiana hug. Northern hug. Right? Pretty good mouthfeel. I like the spice that it's bringing, that 21% Alberta 20-year rye.
Yes.
And I do think with it being a 20-year rye, I think that's helping with the mouthfeel. I'm getting a little bit of leather in there. Not really tobacco.
This is 115. I think
Yeah.
it drinks about 115, 120. I think that extra, the spice in there from some of the rye that's blended in, it hangs around a little bit longer, which I like. I like the proof. I like the mouthfeel. I like the spice. Palate-wise, it's just a little bit too much Canadian for me. Like,
Too much Canadian.
at $200, I want to be blown away.
At $200, you should know going in, do you like Canadian? Do you like an Alberta, Canada 20-year, around that age
And like
profile?
I said, that is me personally. I think this was a product that is blended well. They took the components and blended them together in a way that works very well for them. I think that this product is geared towards someone who likes blended whiskeys in this way and also really likes Eric Church and wants a collectible item.
Yeah, I do think pretty much any celebrity whiskey, you're going to be paying the celebrity tax, right?
Right.
And it helps if you like the artist.
artist.
Now, I didn't know Eric Church had anything to do with this until I started reading this. This doesn't...
It's not resting on that.
Scream Eric Church, right? It's Whiskey Gypsy, driven by discovery, unbound by convention.
Yeah.
So, and it's volume 1, which I assume each
There will be
volume is
more.
going to be a different type of blend, which is exciting.
But
yeah, 200's a lot.
So I would be excited to try the next one if the blend is different, because I admitted up front, it's just not usually my thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't Eric Church do a Jack Daniels?
I don't know.
Yeah, he did. It was like a...
Well, he's just out here doing all the whiskey things, isn't he?
doing
Maybe
them
that
all.
gave him a taste for it, and now he's like, I want to do my own thing. I am neither the person who loves blended whiskeys, especially like with a large portion of Canadian in them, nor am I the type of person who is an Eric Church fan. Not to say anything about them. I don't care, but I just am not. And so
I'm a whiskey fan.
I don't feel like this product is directed at me. I would not be parting with my $200 because I really wanted this particular product that's also tied to Eric Church.
Sure.
But I would like to see what they blend in the future because I think they did a really good job of blending the components that they had to make something that's tasty, you know?
I do like the finished product. It's really good. I do enjoy it, and it's, I can't compare it to anything really in memory. Like,
well, I think the most comparable thing might be, was it Bardstown Discovery 7 or 8 that had Canadian blended into it?
I think 7 and 8 both did. I
okay.
think. I know 7 did. 7's when the Canadian
And again,
started.
I love Bardstown Bourbon Company, but the one I think with the Canadian in it, if memory serves me right, was not at the top of my list as far as like when we rank Discovery, batches, it just wasn't, and that's not that anything on them. It's just I don't love the Canadian profile.
Providing variety, I guess. Yeah.
True, and that's fair, and that's fine. But But I know that about myself, so I can make an educated decision accordingly. I don't know how. Wait,
know
what do you guys-
thyself.
Yeah,
That's what
know
you
thyself.
say. Know thyself and thy whiskey
But this
preferences.
is why we do this, you know? I want to
Yeah.
learn what I like and what I don't like so I can make better decisions.
For sure.
So what do you say?
I say it's good. I feel like if you can see this at a bar at a decent price, I would definitely get a pour of it. Or if you're a really big Eric Church fan and you play in that $200 price range, then go ahead and get a bottle. You're not going to be disappointed by the taste, I don't feel like. But if you're going to be like, I don't feel like I got a very good value, well,
Well, I feel like
sort of are.
if you're an Eric Church fan, but your normal is like a Jim Beam single barrel or something like that, like that's where you normally like, and you decide to splurge on this, it doesn't taste like that.
That's what I'm saying. I can't really compare it
right,
to it.
it shouldn't taste like that because of the price difference and it's a blend and versus a single barrel and all these different things. But like,
Yeah.
I think in that case, you would just be buying it for the name and not because you would like it. Anyways, I think that's enough. I think enough said. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think I could say anything else.
I'll put this back in its book.
Put it
But
in its book.
We will be keeping this for our blind best of celebrity.
Nobody puts the baby bottle in the book.
Look. It's,
We'll just put it on the shelf, and next time someone comes over, we'll just pull it out and
the
pop it open.
journeyman.
One
the
of
journey.
my a classic tale.
Gather around, kids, while I drink this whiskey.
Derp.
All right, 4-gate time. We've got 4 of them.
We do.
We don't have any gates, though. We've got a rye in the split stave, and we have a Mizunara.
We also
Or,
have
I'm
an-
sorry, Amburana.
We also have a Mizunara and
We
an
do have a
Amburana.
Mizunara, but the Amburana is pretty strong, so I suggest we hold that. I mean, typically.
I'm just
I don't
gonna
know.
make an executive decision and decide to start with the Kelvin Collab 5,
So the best one? Yeah.
not the rye, and not the finishes.
Correct.
So I'm gonna go bourbon, rye, then finishes.
It makes sense.
It does make sense. Thanks. Also, I love the Kelvin Collab. So am I
Yeah.
picking my probably favorite one first? Sure.
Yes. All right, so this is the Kelvin Collaboration 5. It's batch 28.
We are historically huge fans of the Kelvin Collab bottles.
It's $199.99, and typically we say it's a splurge that's worth it.
This one is one where, again, recognize at $200, it's the same price as the one we just tasted right before this. This has 3 times ended up in our best of the year contention.
See, we
If
started
not,
with batch 2, so yeah.
top 10.
three
Batch
times.
2 was in top 10 for sure.
It was in top
five. These regularly come in the top of
Yeah.
our list. Not saying that this one will, but for $200, that's kind of what I expect. I want you to make my best of the year list.
And that's why it's sold out on sealbox.com. Anyway, it's a blend of 7, 8, and 9-year-old Kentucky straight bourbon whiskeys finished in Australian Mariposa sherry casks
Very
and
good.
Anejo dark rum casks. It's 117 proof. If you guys want to know the mash bill, I got it here.
Well, quick timeout because Matt Porter's in the chat, and we
Matt
just want to say
Porter!
congratulations.
Where are you, you beautiful bastard? There you are.
Congrats.
Cheers to you, sir. Hitting 50K.
50K. Good for you.
50K. And beyond.
It smells very nice.
I'll
Tell us,
just
Chad.
give you a general. The 7 and 8 year is a 75% corn, 20 rye. The 9 year is a 78 corn, 10% rye, 12% malted barley. So we know where that comes from, right?
Oh, that's chocolatey.
4,800 bottles
Chocolatey.
distilled in Kentucky.
Hint of like
Are we not doing those?
plummy cherry. Oh, I already went for it. I was like, I'm just gonna go. Yeah, man. Oh, I like this. I like that these don't let me down. These have not let me down yet. I have liked some better than others, but these have not let me down.
Yeah. There's a full bottle right back there. There it is. See it? Beep, 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 beep.
Ooh, that popped my back.
That, I saw, and it's kind of, it's hard to find. I feel like the Kelvin series is the hardest to find of the 4 gates. Notwithstanding like the Indiana Foundation 14 year. There was a 10 and then there was a 12 or a 14.
Caught
I
it.
can't remember now.
Cat-like reflexes. Also knocked it over, so
But when I saw this, I was like, yep, picking that up.
pick it up.
Gotta have a bottle. Gotta
Get
have
it.
a bottle.
You got to.
Yeah, it's It's classic, very classic, but
Elevated.
It's like it does taste LE. It's very rich for just 7, 8, 9 year. It reads older. I mean, it's also helps with the and secondary.
It's very oily.
Casks.
Yeah, the casks are helpful.
Yeah, sherry and dark rum.
It's really tough. I think a lot of times. I don't know. We try to stay, grounded in the everyday whiskeys and like what everyone's tasting in.
Yep.
But so it is tough to regularly be like, buy this bottle, it's $200. Buy this bottle, it's $200.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Like if it weren't for the show, would I be spending that kind of money on whiskey all the time out of my own pocket? Like, if it weren't for the show, no. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't. Maybe like one a year, maybe, depending on if it was a good year or not.
Pick your splurge, yeah.
Right, you got to pick your splurge. But this is one that, again, I've never been let down by, and I really just love the Kelvin finishes. Like, they do such a good job with this one. But
I'm also impressed about how it's still rooted in the bourbon flavors. Like, it's twice finished, right? 3 barrels. So you have your original barrel, then you have your 2 other. You have your rum and your sherry. Cask. So three barrels, but
it's not screaming any one of those finishes. It's just playing
blind,
really
I'd be
nicely
like, this
in
is
here.
just a really good bourbon.
A really good bourbon, right? Like, the finishes are just delicately adding to the overall experience and enhancing each other.
Yeah.
They're not overpowering the bourbon.
Sarah, on the nose, I sort of got chocolate and almonds with hints of dark stone fruit and cherries. And
wow! Isn't that weird that I said chocolate and cherry and plum?
It is. And then on the taste, I got some viscosity and mouth coating with sweet caramel and dark chocolate with molasses and nuts rounded out by sweet plums. That's just me spitballing. The finish, I feel like it's long and lingering. The sweet fruits and molasses continue. I don't know. I would say for days.
I don't need a cheat sheet to give you those.
What are you talking about? I don't even have my phone in my hand.
That's called cheating. This isn't an open book test, Chad.
No, this is an open book test.
Oh my god. There's nothing even in there.
Yeah, there is.
There's no writing.
Anyway. Yeah, very good. Recommend. I mean, we have every year.
I feel like I can't not recommend something that I would
crush.
That I would go ahead and earmark for best of the year contention, right? When it comes to playing in that space, like of the big expensive releases, which one's the best of the year? If I feel like I would earmark it for that, I think I have to say recommend, with an asterisk of. Well, yeah. I'm not pressuring you to go out and spend $200. If you don't want to, that's fine.
If you don't buy $200 whiskeys, then don't run out and buy this one just because we said it's good. Whiskey guy has the bottle. He says he loves it. It's really smooth. There you go.
Yeah. You will find a great bottle for under $50, under $60. As long as Rare Breed exists, you will find a great bottle for under $50.
Rare Breed and some others, yeah.
Right, I'm just using that as an example. But if you want to try this, then it's not money poorly spent, I guess. I don't know.
Agreed. You want to go...
I want to finish this.
Mizunara next? Over the rye? Definitely not Amburana.
No, I kind of want to go the rye.
You want to go the rye?
The French oak rye, and then the Mizunara, and then Amburana last.
Yes. Always last on the Amburana.
Always last.
You know who really doesn't like Amburana? Besides Sarah. I
don't care for it.
Bourbon Pursuit.
Really?
Yeah, Kenny and Ryan.
To me, it can come off a little bit like furniture polish.
You either like it or you don't. I feel like that's the thing with Amburana.
I'm sure I'll find one that I like, but so far I have not found one that I enjoy.
Yeah.
Wow, Chad, you should write a review.
I should. Oh. I should write the tasty notes.
It's almost like he tastes bourbon for a living or something. Okay, moving on.
Yes, pour that.
What time are we at? I can't see. 8:35?
Yeah, we're early. We can.
Well, we have three more with this one.
We do, yeah. All right, this is the Mizunara. Here it is.
No, this is the French oak rye.
Okay.
We just talked about this.
Split stave by Kelvin. Another Kelvin. Barrel. Love Kelvin barrels. French oak rye. This is batch 27. It is also $1.99. It is 115.3 proof. It is aged at least 7 years. It's a 95.5 mash bill. There's a little over 2,600 of these bottles out there, and it's distilled in Indiana. So it's an MGP 95.5, at least 7 years old.
Finished in a
split stave.
Split stave, French oak, Kelvin.
Yes.
I do love a French oak finish. I'm a sucker for French oak finish.
Yeah, French oak rye.
It'll get me pretty much every time.
It'll get you. It'll
Something
get you
about
there.
that, like, it's almost toasty, mocha, like cafe, marshmallowy, out of vanilla. I just love it so much.
Now this one, which I think MGP 95.5 rye is just begging to be finished. I love
It truly is. It does.
a finished 95.5 MGP rye.
It takes that like extra baking spice and effervescence and whatever you finish it in, it really just like polishes it down into something that's. I prefer that mash bill finished.
Yes, it takes it from I will drink this in December to hey, I can drink it all year.
This is delicious. Yeah, I can drink this all year. Yeah, it's not. I mean, I could smell the rye in it. I could smell a little bit of.
I sort of get leather, rich Corinthian leather.
I can smell a little bit of like pine needles in there.
Yeah, I
but
mean,
it's hidden underneath some other
under
stuff.
that leather.
It's really, in there. If I'm looking for it, I can find some baking spice and some pine needles.
Saddle.
Chad's on a farm.
I'm on a journey. I'm in flavor country. All right.
Ooh. Now.
Sorry, I buzzed in. What is Washington, D.C.? Oh.
Show us Washington, D.C.
No, that's different show. Well, maybe the... No, that is kind of...
When you...
Yeah, I was going more for Jeopardy, but they just go... That's on up a little bit.
I feel like I would just panic on Family Feud and just freeze. And, people say the dumbest answers on there, but I feel like that would happen to me because I would be so nervous.
I love seeing those mashups on, like, TikTok or YouTube Shorts or whatever of people, just giving stupid...
Just the worst...
Like, name a body part that's likely to get pulled. Bloop. Chad, nipples. That was one of them. I didn't just. I didn't make that up. No.
And he's like,
nipples.
Do we have it? No.
He's like, show me
and
nipples.
It's like the mom who says it or something.
No, it was a dude.
Oh,
It was a dude.
Like hamstring, right?
Well, pulled, like I'll pull your arm or pull your finger or pull your leg, pull your nose. Yeah.
Who pulls on people's noses?
When I got her nose. You want me to give it back?
Don't touch me.
Don't touch me. Oh, great. Matt's going to clip that. Don't touch me. Great. He's in here.
I almost made it worse by continuing the bit, but then I decided to just leave it alone.
Yeah.
That's for... We'll just... Yeah. Never mind. All right. That's enough.
That is enough. What were we talking about?
This.
Oh,
whiskey.
My God. Really?
Well, you made a noise.
I made a noise.
Yeah, you went brrr.
Because it's really good.
This is one where the French oak on the palate, it's there, but it takes a backseat to the rye. This is more rye forward. I mean, it is a rye. I expect it to be rye forward, but the finish hasn't taken a lot of that original DNA away.
Mm-hmm. You can tell that the base is a 95.5.
Oh, for sure.
Speaking of 4-gate and Kelvin cooperage, it's Bourbonite 4-gate 7-year toasted barrel.
I do love the toasted barrels that we've done.
That one was fantastic.
Yeah, again, an expensive price point to put out there for a pick. By far the most expensive pick we have done, but they sold, and the people who did want them seem to really enjoy them. So happy that we can, I don't know, give some variety.
Yes.
You're not supposed to... It's dead air, Chad.
Sorry. Iron Pony, which is an awesome name, we actually did a Family Feud with Whiskey Tubers at Whiskey Weekend batch 4. 4? 4.
Don't ask me to
Yeah, it was 4.
do times and dates and numbers. And
Yeah,
things.
we did. It's bourbon game night, and one of the games.
I do like that.
We played $100,000 pyramid.
Where's John Wadsworth? That's my buddy.
That's right. He was up there for it.
He's my Game Boy.
Your Game Boy?
No.
Does he come preloaded with Tetris? You're talking about Gramps.
Yeah, Gramps.
Gramps. So yeah, we did that. It was fun. It was very
we
fun.
crushed it.
3 and 4.
We did like a mind meld.
You're right, Todd. 3 and 4. We kind of upped it for 4, but 3 is when it started.
Very good.
There we go.
All right.
Oh yeah, I like this. $200. Yeah, also a lot. Do I like Kelvin Club 5 more?
Yes.
I do. Is this good? It is. Will I ask myself another question and then answer it?
That's my bit.
I will. Will I take Sarah's bit?
Probably.
I already have.
Yeah, I like it.
Would a rye drinker not like this?
No, I think a rye drinker would like this.
I'm sorry. Reverse that. Would someone who doesn't like rye not like this?
I think someone who does not like rye, this is still too rye forward for you.
I
The
feel like-
French oak doesn't
yeah.
take away enough of that. In rye, again, that pine and
It would have to be more of a
baking spice.
a barely legal rye,
minty.
but a 95.5 is still.
Yeah. I don't always feel that way with the finished ryes, especially from Foregate. But this one in particular, I like it a lot. But okay, put it in Chad terms.
Put it in chat terms.
What you were saying before about things feeling like a little bit more holiday versus like year-round evergreen. Mm-hmm. This is still feeling a little bit holiday for me. Not necessarily, more like fall, winter. October to February. March. Depends on when it stops snowing.
Yeah. Then May.
And people who live in...
We're talking about Kentucky.
Someone who lives in Alaska is like, great.
Hey, I'm
Actually,
in.
I don't know how much it snows. And don't
You know,
don't tell me. I don't want to
fact,
know.
Sarah,
Oh
it
my
has
God.
never snowed in Alaska before.
I don't want to know.
It's such a...
Well, Alaska's so big that technically in the South, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's fine. I'm just using it.
yeah,
as
it's a misnomer. It's never snowed in Alaska before, ever.
Get out of here.
Don't touch me. Get out.
Get out of here.
That's the theme of this episode.
I'm tired and I'm cranky. I've done manual labor.
She wants another
today.
yard beer.
I want another yard beer.
Bring Sarah in here.
You leave her alone.
No, bring her in here. Bring non-reject Chad. That's correct. There they go. There's the happy
I was
couple.
about to be like, wait, can I have 2 boyfriends?
No.
And then I was like, I do not need 2 Chads. I would.
What we doing, everybody? My name's Reject Chad.
Oh, I was like, I can't handle 2 of you. Let's just put him away. And
you guys having a party?
Don't even bring little Chad into this.
No, don't bring him into this. So now,
Why'd you make him sound like that? Let's do the Mizunara.
look at his face.
Oh,
That's what he would sound like.
it does look like he's wearing a fake beard.
Reject Chad?
Yeah, it looks like he's got a fake beard.
Looks like he's trying to pass off as Amish.
He brings me joy.
He sparks joy.
He sparks joy. We can't throw him out. He sparks joy.
Yeah.
That's great.
Full. Sorry, it was just a full. You can pour some of that in mine if you want. If you want to.
It's fine.
All right. She's okay.
I'm okay.
All right, let me pull up the Mizunara details. Ooh, Penelope toasted. That's good.
That's some
Hailstrom.
good stuff.
Hailstrom or Hellstorm? Hellstorm.
Hellstorm.
Hellstorm, okay.
But you were close.
I mean, it's a band.
right.
I've met them.
So it's the same. Great.
I don't know. I always like to say that when it is true.
You always like to name drop?
You know, I've met them before.
That seems like a real reject Chad thing to do.
I've met them.
Name dropping is a reject Chad thing.
What
Don't
are we
sink to his
doing?
level.
Nah.
The Mizunara.
Mizunara.
My goodness. Do you need me to drive the phone?
I couldn't think if it was. Yeah, here we go. Okay.
Okay. Tell
Yep.
us about the Mizunara, Chad.
This one's a little bit more expensive. Mizunara is a more expensive barrel. It's $249.
Oof.
At least at Sealbox. I'm not quoting MSRP, but
This is what it costs on
but
Sealbox.
the other two were MSRP, so I'd imagine this is also. Majestic Wood Series, Japanese Mizunara Oak, 117.4 proof. The age is 7 years and 6 months. Mash bill not listed. There's only 1,673 bottles. So
It's got a little bit of cherry syrup nose.
do you know about Mizunara?
I don't know about Mizunara. To be fair, I've had Mizunara finished things before, but I don't. Educate me, please.
Japanese Mizunara oak is a native tree of Japan. Unlike American white oak, Mizunara oak grows in smaller, twisted trunks that produce fewer straight staves. This makes the wood rare and expensive for coopering. In addition, its extremely high moisture content makes the staves that are produced require considerably longer drying time before they can be used in the barrel. Thus, Mizunara casks are highly coveted in the industry and both rare and expensive, but the results are undeniable.
Are they?
The oak leads a sweet sandalwood note to the underlying flavor whiskey, creating something unique and flavorful. I'm Casey Kasem.
Huh.
117.4.
Maybe I'm just not a Mizunara fan. Or, like, I don't know if I get it. Do I get it? Do I just not appreciate it?
It's a little savory on the nose.
Can I not taste it? What's wrong with me?
You can taste it. You did taste it. Oh, okay. It's oaky. That's why. I didn't mean that in a smart-ass way. It's like for a, what did I say, 7 year and under 8 year whiskey? This is the oak profile of a at least 15 year.
I think that is fair.
Yeah.
A fair statement. It does have quite a bit of oak on it.
Younger, not the 7 years is younger, but younger whiskey and giving it the profile of something older.
It has a very oily texture up front. It gets drier towards the finish.
Yeah, it does.
I think I might just like not be sold that I think that the benefits are worth the cost. I'm still Team Kelvin. I'm still Team Kelvin 5.
Me too, but I am appreciating this one.
I do appreciate it.
Just love the Marvel Comics character.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm surprised you didn't pick up that reference, Chad.
I didn't.
Wow. Nerd points revoked.
Oh, damn it.
I'm kidding.
I just want to know why Chad is saying, and this is Batman. I mean, I'm into it.
They're coming for you. You hear them?
I hear him. Well, as we've established on the show, we have different oak thresholds. I like more oak, and you're less on the oak.
oak.
I think that, yeah, you do, but if it gets too oaky, it can be a killer. Much like if it gets too dry, it's a killer for me.
Fair.
And this one flirted on that too dry on the finish, but as long as you go back and don't let it completely finish, then like really dry out on your tongue, then you're good. But 250 is a lot.
250 is a lot.
I mean, for 250 you could be buying 18-year-old bourbon itself. But I get the price because, as it said,
sure, I understand.
It's rare, it's coveted, it's expensive.
Personally, I just think that additional effort, labor, time, whatever, the benefit of all those things is lost on me personally. So I would not invest the extra money in this particular finish because I don't get that much more enjoyment out of it than I would the regular Kelvin.
Okay.
So,
agreed.
I think I would rank this. I don't know if I would rank it underneath the rye. They're very different. Kelvin is still number 1.
Yeah, I'll probably go Kelvin this guy, though.
I might lean more Kelvin rye than this one.
I think that's just because at the end of the day, if I'm choosing between bourbon and rye, I am more of a bourbon fan, even though I do love some rye, especially a finished 95.5.
If you take price out of it, I'd probably pick the Mizunara, but if price is a factor, then I'm going to go with the rye.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
Good. I'm glad you agree with me on my opinion to have me be able to allow to have it. Whatever. You know what I'm saying.
Not really.
Does anyone know what I'm saying?
No one understands the words coming out of your mouth. Rank the four gates. We're working on it. We're working on it, whiskey guy.
So far, my number 1 is the Kelvin 5. My number 2 is the split stave French oak rye.
Asterisk with price figured in.
if cost is no object or whatever, then I guess I would put the Mizunara second, but
Same.
it is,
Same.
so I would put the Mizunara third.
Yeah. Sky brings up a good point that there is one spot left for our Kentucky trip with Chad and Sarah.
Yep.
In October, there is the link, or you can just go to Trova Trip and search It's Bourbon Night, Kentucky. It comes up. We got one spot left till it is capped.
We're working on adding extra plans to the itinerary. So if you're like, man, I don't know, this itinerary, like, does it equal the cost? I'm not sure. As of right now, we're attempting to plan an extra activity for every single day of the trip. Those plans are not. Can you put this away?
Well, he should know that we're live right now.
It's okay. Just shh. Make it shush.
Yeah. So added.
Working on added bonus, value add stuff.
Value add.
Those things are not locked in yet, so they're not on the itinerary. We're still working on them because we're still a few months away. It's the end of June, and it's not until mid-October, late October. So, but yeah, there's one spot left. I'm on the last one. You need to catch up.
Did I miscount my glasses?
Maybe. I just rinsed one.
I think I did.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
You better hurry it on up. I'm gonna go ahead without you.
Well, what's it matter? It's Amburana.
Don't be mean. I mean, I have high hopes for a 4-gate Amburana.
Me too. We haven't had a whole lot of Amburana finished whiskeys.
But I haven't met one that I liked. It all smells like Cinnamon Toast Crunch milk to me.
Yeah, like
furniture polish and Cinnamon Toast
Crunch.
Crunch.
If Mountain Dew made a Cinnamon Toast Crunch, it's like...
It would be like that.
To the limit.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch whiskey. That's how it smells to me.
Yeah.
And that's how it smells. It smells like furniture polish mixed with Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And it's not for me.
You know what I think someone's going to do eventually? They're going to come out with a whiskey and they're going to call it hard whiskey, even though it already is alcoholic. But, I was just thinking hard Mountain Dew. They're going to, hard whiskey. It's extreme. Like, I don't know. I just see someone doing
Why don't they just call it extreme whiskey?
Maybe they will. Brought to you by Carl's Jr.
Scott Paisley said Ale 8 Amburana. Or wait, who said that? No, Hot Toddy. Sorry. Said Ale 8 Amburana finish. Sorry, I can't see. There's also something in my contact lens, so I'm like, huh?
So if you guys don't know, L8 is a local soft drink. It's like a...
it's kind of like ginger ale,
ginger
but
ale, yeah.
Not really.
It's good. She doesn't like it.
Everyone has their opinions.
Django the Bourbon Cat saying, will there be a video for the Booker's release dinner? I almost went. Oh, it would have been great to have met you.
I just did a little, tiny little
recap for...
Kind of a teaser recap.
What's it called?
I put it on Shorts.
Shorts.
Yeah.
Couldn't think of Shorts. Thank you for that super chat, by the way.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Boop. Boop. Oh, that was actually pretty good.
That was pretty good. I did film. I would like to,
but when will
I gotta figure out what's the conceit, right? What's the MacGuffin?
You can't just be
angle?
like, hey, here's a video of us going to the Beam dinner, because no one will click on that.
Yeah.
No one will be like, ooh, except you, it sounds like. And maybe some people who like religiously watch our channel, and gosh, we love you, don't we?
We do.
I mean, you're just the best.
Yes.
Ugh,
Yes.
Make us feel so good. But the broader audience
Let's just
be
say
like,
it wouldn't be a Friday episode.
it's, how do I say? It's not like it's not worth doing. It's a lot of effort to make a video like that with a low impact.
Your ROI.
A low impact. Just, it won't, a lot of people won't see it.
We're trying to be disruptors.
Well, no, we just want to give the most value to the most people for our time and energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a business model or anything. It's just...
But when it's your job, you kind of have to think of it in those terms.
Kind of. So if you think about, like, the hunting videos are in a similar vein of, like, the Beam video is an event coverage thing, but it's like, hey, come along with us as we experience this thing. But people, like, seem to really love the hunting videos, so those appeal to a broader audience. They bring a lot of people joy.
They spark joy.
They spark joy, but they're the same amount of work as that Beam video would be. That would only maybe, like,
get a 20th.
Yeah, so I just want the most people to get value.
And even just taking...
That's enough of that.
Even taking that out of account, it's also what is... I don't want to say the point, because that sounds really harsh.
That does sound really harsh,
but
Chad. Ouch.
What is...
Are you just delaying drinking this?
No, what is the point? I mean, what's the point you're trying to make with showing that? Now, I do think we could say that for those people who are seeking a unique experience, because Fredno, his son Freddie knows, who you have the 7th and 8th generation master distillers at Jim Beam, they're at the dinner giving stories, telling jokes, and at this particular one, Baker Beam. And later they all signed bottles, so I have a bottle signed by Fred, Freddie, and Baker Beam. That doesn't happen every day. Plus a really good dinner. Sure. 5 cocktails and a neat pour? I can't remember.
Something like that.
So if you crave that close contact type of thing that you're not going to ever get on a tour or things like that, then it is. Well,
here's what I think.
Really worth it.
If we just did a review video of the Booker's 2023-02, then we could cut some of that in to the video. And that's a way to get a little bit of the footage seen. If not an entire recap, it would just be a portion of it. Also, I think there's another one coming up in August, so we could always see if they want us to do something like we filmed. Should we promote it? There. I don't know. It's short. It is short. I could have done a longer one with a voiceover, but I was tired that day, so...
The money shot.
It was fun. Anyways, that's a lot of like Monday morning meeting talk.
Let's put a pin in this and circle back.
You are testing my patience tonight.
Okay. Tony earlier said he wants a candle that smells like this, so we have a fan there.
Okay, so I need to get a candle that smells like Cinnamon Toast Crunch mixed with furniture polish.
Let me pull up the specs on this guy.
And this is nothing on Foregate. Nothing on them.
No.
That is just what I think Amburana smells like.
Okay.
My daily bourbon knows. He knows what I mean. I mean, he likes Amburana, but he's heard me say this.
Foregate Whiskey, Majestic Wood Series. So this is another Majestic Wood Series. Brazilian Amburana Oak. It's 115.1 proof, and it is also $249. It's 7 years. There's just over 2,000 bottles of this. So Amburana is a tree native to Brazil. It has been popular in that region for making a rum-like spirit called Kachaka.
I think Kachaka.
The wood itself adds notes of vanilla, baking spice like cloves and cinnamon, along with sweet ginger notes to whiskey aged in barrels. Crafter from the tree. I think that is a typo. But yes.
Gosh, I really don't like it. I think that this is one of the better ones that I've had.
Yeah, it's not as in your face.
It's not as in your face, but it's still just, it's just too much for me.
It is so. Cinnamon Toast Crunch got loose in a sugar factory with maple syrup and just went to town and created some type of monster.
But also, like, again, that, like, lemon-scented polish that you use on,
Yeah. This one has a little...
entry table. I can't do it.
This one has a little finish of some type of cake frosting. I mean, this one is a little bit more carrot cake than others. I'll give it that.
Which makes sense with the, like...
Pledge.
Little bit of a... Yes, pledge. Thank you. That little bit of a... tiny bit of a lemon note mixed with like cinnamon clove that you were saying, like frosting.
Yes.
You're saying things that are also go in carrot cake. I mean, you can make a cinnamon or a lemon cream cheese like frosting. I don't put lemon in mine, but you can do whatever you want. This is a no for me.
Here's what I'm waiting for. Us to find just a bomb food pairing.
I just don't think it's going to happen for me.
I could see this with a dessert though, and you serve like the smallest little snifter or those little, and you like take a bite of this and then take your little Amburana and you're like, cool, and then you're done for the evening. I do think it's an end of the evening. You need to get dessert.
Eric to like pour this over a cinnamon roll or something because I just don't think it's. Yeah. I don't know a scenario in which I'm going to ever be like, yep.
Yeah.
But I'm open to trying it. It's weird because I feel like this would make an interesting cocktail.
But a $250...
Recognize that I am not saying put a $250 whiskey in a cocktail. I mean Amburana finishes in general. Mm-hmm. You take this and you make an old-fashioned with it, and you get some bitters and some syrup that you can play with. It could be very interesting. I've never tried it, so I would try that. Not with this one, but yeah, not for me. I'm out. For these reasons, I'm out.
For these reasons, I'm going to pass.
I'm going to pass on this one.
Where did I just see that?
I don't know.
Here it is. Tony saying, Sarah, the Penelope Rio is much tamer, balanced with honey finish as well. Yeah,
I agree.
We have a bottle of Rio, and yeah, we would agree with that. The honey does...
It settles it down a bit.
It does settle. Mm-hmm. Much like that, we're talking that 95.5 gets quelled with a good finishing barrel.
Yeah, I think it just needs some balance to it, but...
yeah, you gotta freaking love Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
My Daily Bourbon says he's gonna make us like it, so...
All right. Well,
maybe if we do an Amburana mixed with a honey barrel finish, then we'll be talking.
We all heard it. Put a $250 whiskey in a cocktail.
Oh my gosh.
Clip that.
Ugh. Please don't quote me. I'll be like, out of context. Taken out of context.
Hot Toddy brings up a good point. There are so many candles for sale right now. We've been a little busy beavers.
Oh, have we?
Well, each doing our respective own part of the candle making. You make the actual candles. Mm-hmm. But the vessel handling
is also sometimes me.
Also sometimes you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. But there are a lot of new batches of our candles on Whiskey Ambitions. You can go to the candle tab and see. And
you can shop them. Or they're under new as well.
A lot more coming as well.
Kooky Cat said, that's a no for me, dog. Yep.
That's a no for me, dog.
And that is how I feel about it. That's a no for me, dog.
Starlight has a much more affordable Amburana for your cocktails. So
thank you, Tony Bag of Donuts. I will have to try that.
Yeah, for sure. Yes. And more to come.
Oh, dear.
Damn right, Chad. I mean, I can finish this.
No. You can finish mine. I'm just going to go back to one of these other ones over here. What do I got?
Yeah, since we have a bottle of the Kelvin.
By far. Yeah, I'm gonna need to
Yeah. Oh, that had the rye in it, but it'll be okay.
It'll be okay.
Ooh, that rye good though. I mean, coming off of Amburana. So.
Yeah. I'm gonna go final order Kelvin Series 5 or Kelvin Collab 5. Mm-hmm. The French Oak Rye. Split stave. Then the Mizunara. Then Amburana. Again, of no fault to Foregate. They didn't do it. It's just Amburana, and I don't like Amburana. It.
I agree.
Except you flip the rye and the Mizunara.
When cost is taken out. When cost is put in, I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Cool.
Cost taken out, it goes Kelvin Collab 5, Mizunara, Split Stave, Amburana. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
There that is.
But I gotta say, what we now have back on our glass, the Kelvin Collab 5, is in the contention, the blind contention for best of the year. It'll go in there.
Let me write that down.
It has won best finished whiskey of the year. I think that was with Collab 2. I think it was Collab 2 that won that. And it's been second before in best finished. Yeah, it always does well.
It does tend to do well.
And this one, I feel like, just off memory, is better than last year's.
Oh, okay, Chad.
And I think people like us and Jason from the Mass and Drum.
Oh, I thought you were saying people like us, and I was like, that's a bold statement.
People like us. We're damn delightful.
Not anymore after you said that. Now they're like, Moop.
People like us and Jason from the Mash and Drum
Yes.
have sung its praises to where it's one of the harder to find four gates out there.
You think we have that much pull?
Nah.
No, I think everybody just good recognize good, right?
Game recognized game.
Yeah.
Folks, we're at 98 thumbs ups right now. If we could get to 101, that would make us happy. That's just 3 more of these guys.
Why 101?
101 proof.
Because you like, what about 100 proof?
That's good too.
You just only like wild turkey now?
There's other things that are 101 proof besides wild turkey, Sarah.
What?
Yeah. Johnny Drum is 101 proof. Maker's Mark 101 is 101 proof.
I wanted to see if he could thrive under pressure, and he did. And he did.
And I did.
I'm sleepy.
Well, so is Ian. He's going to bed.
Good night, Ian.
Good night.
I almost said I'm right behind you, but that was weird. Never mind. On this end of the screen, and nothing to do with you.
And doggone it, people like me.
People
Good
like
enough.
me.
I'm smart enough. Look, 119 thumbs. Thank you. Keep going.
asking
it's
you
fine.
shall receive, Chad.
Nipples, nipples, nipples. Thumbs up for nipples if you like nipples.
Stop saying that. Are you drunk?
Nah.
I see it. That doesn't mean you have to read it out loud.
If Hot Toddy says it, I have to read it.
Well, you've just shunned everyone else in the chat. Good job.
If Wigmaster says it, I have to read
You
it.
just
Old
picked
Bardstown 101.
Did you just pick a favorite child?
No.
It sounded to me. I don't know what you guys heard, but it sounded to me like he did.
Wheel Horse Bourbon is 101 proof.
Don't change the subject.
But not very good, says Brett. Okay, we'll see.
Excuse me.
All right, folks. It has become that time of the evening.
I worked very hard today, and I'm very sleepy.
We have finished all the ones that we have finished.
And Chad's wearing out my patience.
And I'm wearing out her patience. So that means that's where we'll leave it.
You know I'm kidding, right?
Yes.
I hope everyone knows I'm joking. Do I have to say this at the end of every episode?
Thumbs up.
It's
Yes,
a
you
joke.
gotta put the disclaimer out there, Sarah.
It's a joke.
Or tomorrow we'll wake up to comments that saying, "Oh, Mom and Dad are fighting." Or
she's so terrible to him.
No.
They're gonna get divorced
It'll be like,
soon.
"Ooh, I bet Chad slept on the couch that night."
I love it when people say that. I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all really don't know us, do you?
No. Cats have nipples.
Maybe like
Could you milk a cat?
There was like that one time, but that was really it. Not the cat.
Yeah, the cat.
No, not the cat. I'm sure you
Okay.
can do whatever. I don't know what
Yes.
you can do. All right, let's go.
All right, let me find the
Goodbye.
Let me find the picture.
Farewell.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next Sunday when we do something awesome that we don't know what it is at
Unless
the moment.
you don't want us to because it's 4th of July weekend and you're going to be traveling.
Oh, that's true.
Let us know.
We'll have to put up here.
We'll put a poll.
I'm gonna take this down.
The Chad.
We'll put up a poll.
Right now?
No, not now.
Okay. We'll put up a poll.
Yeah. Are you guys busy next Sunday at 8?
Do you want us to do it? Do you not want us to do
Do
it?
you not want us to
Whatever. We'll figure it
Do
out.
you like fireworks or do they annoy you? That'll be the poll. Thanks for watching, everybody. We may or may not see you next Sunday. Until then,
Bye.
drink more bourbon.
Reaching for the button. Oh, and you knocked it over. Okay, goodbye.
Bye-bye.